Let's take a couple of minutes and we'll learn how to play back audio and video from the USB input on the back of your AVH-290BT. On the AVH-290BT, the USB input is on the back of the head unit. So run the extension that's included in the box up into the passenger compartment, and you can plug in a USB thumb drive formatted as FAT16 or FAT32. Don't use EXFAT. It does not work. The AVH-290BT can play back audio and video files from a USB 2.0 or USB 3.0 thumb drive that is formatted as FAT16 or FAT32. Do not use EXFAT. I recommend a drive of 16 gigabytes or smaller for best performance with this product. Playable audio formats include MP3, WMA, iTunes AAC, and WAV files. You can use a maximum of 300 folders, and in those folders, a maximum of 15,000 files. Now let's switch to the USB source. We have a couple of different ways to do that. We can touch the drop-down menu here and we can choose USB, or we can touch the home button and we can choose USB here. Here you can see we've begun to play a track, and we have the name of the song, the name of the artist, the name of the album, if those things are included in your metadata on your files, on your music files. We also have album art on the screen. We have our play and pause function over here, and we can skip back and forth between tracks with the arrow buttons here. We can also use the hard keys to skip back and forth between tracks. If we touch the information button over here, we get some additional information about the particular song and where it sits on the drive. If we touch the function button over here, we can switch between folders and we can change our repeat and random play functions here. We'll touch the time button to go back. And here is our search function over here. Here we can search through songs. And if you want to hear something, you can touch that song to play it. Right here is how we'll switch between audio, video, and still images. So right now we're playing back an audio file. Let's touch this, and that brings up our list to switch over to video. Remember, your USB 2.0 or 3.0 thumb drive must be formatted as FAT16 or FAT32. Do not use EXFAT. Playable video formats include .avi, .mp4, and .mov. The maximum resolution for any given video is 720 by 480, and the maximum frame rate is 30 frames per second. So we'll touch video here, and this takes us right to our search function where we can choose a video to play, and we'll choose something to play. You can see that we get the warning that we can't watch video on the screen while the vehicle is in motion. We have to engage the parking brake. So we engage the parking brake and the video begins to play. To bring up the controls for the video, just touch the screen, and we have our play and pause function over here, and we can fast forward and rewind between tracks here. If we touch this button, we can change the zoom level, full zoom or normal level, and we'll scroll back out. We can also use our hard keys to advance between tracks. We'll bring up our search function and we can search for different videos. Here we can scroll down and you can see that these videos appear to all have the same name, but if you touch the button over here, this will give you the full name list. So we'll choose that video, and it begins to play. Now let's switch to our still image viewer, and we'll touch the button here and we'll go to photos, and we'll choose a photo. Remember that the parking brake is still engaged in order to see photos, and the photos will advance after a few seconds to the next photo. We'll touch the screen. We can search for other photos. We'll go back, and we can go back to music with this button here and choose a track.